assume, Swaroop, you have gone to the interview room. And if it's okay for you, I would request you to share your screen. I mean, basically turn on your video, so that way, uh, your facial expression, your confidence level, those things also we can look at. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Very nice. Okay. So, welcome to this uh, forum, Swaroop, and thanks for joining this interview. I'm very excited to have you, as one of the participants for this interview, and I would certainly want to know more about you and see how you're going to be, fit for the organization. Okay, and the role that I'm looking for. So, Swaroop, why don't you start with a quick introduction of yourself? What you do and what your expertise are, what is your career aspiration and things like that.
Okay. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself in front of you, sir. Myself, Saurabh Kongar, and I am from Kharagpur, West Bengal. Currently, I am pursuing BTech, specialized in metallurgy and material engineering from National Institute of Advanced Manufacturing Technology, and currently I am in my final year. And I am and I belong to a very nuclear family, and my hobbies is like enjoying music and playing cricket, playing volleyball, etc. And I want to uh, do job for uh, some companies, I mean, which is very leading for steel making and iron making, because this is my core subject in our stream. So that's why I am very passionate about this kind of thing. So in the company's position, I would like to uh, share my core knowledges and share my experience uh, for the well-being of your company, and that's my ambition.
Very nice. So Swaroop, I mean, I heard that you are doing your specialized engineering in metallurgy and material science, and we do business in the similar space. But tell me, what do you know about my company and what kind of role I'm possibly looking for?
Okay. So actually, your company's name is JSW, means Jindal Southwest. So it is one of the leading manufacturer of stainless steel and forging wheels and some special steel alloy bar. So actually, it supplies steels to mainly Indian Railway, even in Israel, and is export also in some foreign countries like Russia, Bangladesh, this kind of thing. So uh, for this kind of thing, I think that you need uh, experience, uh, very experienced graduate engineering trainee to sharpen your uh, to sharpen your uh, steel making or iron making process. So that's why I think I am suitable for this post, because I mean, for your ambition and mine, those two are really, those two really, uh, those two really, those two really, क्या बोलते हैं? those two, those two are same, and those two really resonate with uh, for for my ambition and for your company's goal also. So I think I could be the perfect fit for this role.
Okay. So what you said is interesting. So you said that you have a fair understanding of what we do and where we do business, what kind of components we make. We do we have local customers as well as we have customers from outside the country as well. So we do export. But then I have all the defined processes. I have the right machinery. I have the right skilled people, and I have a fully operational what you call the whole supply chain process for catering to the demands in the market. Now, with you coming fresh from college, what value do you think you will bring for making a change in my organization?
Okay.
You might want to give some examples, where it relates more to your technical expertise, which will probably help us, make some changes in the longer run and build more efficiency.
Okay. So what I think that whole processes in your companies are being conventional. So for me, I only prioritize the task, and then I go for its solution and resolution as well. So suppose in case of blast furnace iron making process, if I join in your company, then I'll do some research about that. About that, how to modernize this blast furnace iron making process. Then I will tell it my superior and my senior that in this way we could modernize it. So for that it will be as well time saving and cost effective. So I think in this way uh, I could get solution for some kind of problems, and that's it from my side.
Okay. So, no. So you said that you will do research, but have you, in your 4 years with National Institute of Advanced Manufacturing Technology, what is the specialization that you have kind of acquired? What additional research you have done? What you have learned, which you think would would add more value to the conventional companies like mine to bring a change? I mean, anything that you want to be specific about, where you think there's some but it's like you sharing some ideas relating to certain processes or to certain manufacturing technologies or some design considerations that you would have explored or learned, where you think that we can do a deeper dive to kind of start researching on those lines.
Well, so for your company, the main motive is to make high strength steel and some alloy steels.
Mhm.
So during my third year internship, I did it from IIT Kharagpur, and there my uh, topic was some microalloying elements to strengthen steels. So in IIT Kharagpur, I did this research with the professor and some PhD guide students, and we both are working on this project that for some microalloying elements like vanadium, cobalt, molybdenum, so we could strengthen the steels because there are some precipitate formation if we add this kind of microalloying and micro element in steel. So for that we could strengthen the steel, and we could make different variants of steels like sta- like starting from stainless to precipitated steel or some different kind of steel. So even talking about my internship, and in my second year, I also did my internship from RINL steel plant. Rashtriya Ispat Nigam steel plant. So in there, I specially observed the sintering process. So this was uh, this was a huge steel plant, and your JSW steel plant is quite smaller to them. So in that, I saw that how their sintering processing as well as charging mechanism, mm, and different techniques are involved in this. In this case, so I think I could apply those experience and expertise in your company if you could take me as a graduate engineering trainee.
Okay.
So,
So, so tell me, Sarup, what are your favorite subjects and why?
so my favorite subject is steel making and heat treatment. So why? Because steel is everywhere in our day-to-day life. From railway uh, to our utensils, there is always stainless steel, special grade steel, because it is mainly corrosion resistance. And and for a metallurgist, it is very challenging that how to make a steel corrosion resistance. and how to make it still long lasting. So that's our study of core area, and I am really passionate about to make this kind of steel. So for in case of stainless steel, so there are certain elements like chromium and molybdenum. So chromium makes a precipitate passive layers on stainless steel, and that makes that steel to be corrosion resistant. So I
Okay.
think this kind of steel I am passionate about. So in this area, um, so for that I want to join in your company.
Okay. तो ठीक है भाई अभी let me not go much deeper into it. Okay, so because I do have limitation with technology, right? So I've been away from this for quite some time. Few tips. Okay, पहला ये कि अपना इंट्रोडक्शन को you make it a very crisp and to the point. Make it an introduction which says who am I, what I'm doing, where I'm from, what is my personal background, and what is my professional background. Professional background matlab कि I'm doing this because this is a career that I'm passionate about, and then give 2 3 supporting data points. Okay, that no, if I'm a metallurgy material science engineer, I am not doing it just for getting a job. I do it because I have a passion for it. तो वहाँ पे 2 3 चीजों को बताना है because it helps you, you can, I mean, you can choose how you want to represent it, but you will say that okay, steel is a part of human life. So, and how do we make it corrosion resistant? How do we make it durable? How do we make it long lasting? How do we make sure that it is fail safe, right? And that is where a metallurgist comes into play to decide the composition to get the desired this thing. Second point, you can always say that no, I like first you said that okay, fine, I'm passionate about this because this touches human life. Second thing is you can also say that what are the known problems that exist today in the steel making industry. Everybody makes steel. There are hundreds, thousands of companies, but what are those 1 or 2 aspects which is still not touched or which has not matured with time? So my reason for joining this stream of engineering was to get a deeper insight into it and see how I can do further research to solve the longer term problem for the industry. Okay, तो पहला ये कि तुम्हारा पैशन क्या है, क्यों है, and how it is related to human life, and then what are the known challenges or problems that exist in the steel making industry, not only with JSW or any company for that matter. It's a generic problem for the industry. Okay, ये दो चीजों को अगर टच किया ना, so then that will make your introduction complete. Okay, so your introduction, your personal information, and then some of the key aspects of what you are doing and why you are doing. Okay, and you might want to write it down, because when you write it down and then rehearse it once or twice, then you will see the quality of outcome. Actually, that is one. Second input is you mentioned that you have done your internship in a company which is much bigger than yours. Never say that. किसी company में when you are going for a job, if you ever say that I have done internship in a much bigger company and then your company is not of that size, they get offended. So you will say that I have done internship with this company which does similar work on a much larger scale, and I would, whatever I've learned during my internship, I would want to implement that when I join your organization to get the best outcome from it and further enrich my knowledge and get something happening on the ground. Okay, so that is second thing. Don't try to offend the interviewer by saying कि तुम्हारा कंपनी छोटा है, मैं किसी बड़ी कंपनी में करके आया. ठीक है, that is second thing. Third thing is you do analysis of what this company is all about. वो company क्या क्या करता है, what are the products that they make. So you briefly touched upon that. I would say you make it a concise 5 6 7 line statement कि before based on my exposure to this industry and based on the research that I've done about JSW, I know you do XYZ things. the other thing that where you're doing very good. मतलब कुछ components of products हो जो बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, right? So I know that no in JSW the other some of the what you call marquee products are the components that you build which is accepted globally and is selling like a like a hotcake. There are certain products where you are not doing so good, and my knowledge and skill in that area will help you kind of do a double click into those spaces and see how I can kind of prove my word for your company. Okay, so you have to talk about the company का overall outlook कि भाई मुझे पता है कि आप ये करते हो, the other thing products that you sell, this is your market share, and if you know who are their competitors also, you can call them out. I know that no, some of the competitors that you work with are XYZ. Okay, उसके बाद बोलना है कि भाई आपका ये प्रोडक्ट बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है and I know no there is a very good design consideration, there is a very good process that you have laid out, and that will be a learning for me also to kind of fine tune or enrich my knowledge. However, in certain areas like this let's say be it supply chain, be it some components, some products, some parts that they make are not doing so great. So wahan pe what value you can bring so that they clearly see how prepared you are and how valuable you could be. Then the third thing that you have to highlight is what is your knowledge base, meaning what are the things that you have done so far. See, 4 साल में हम लोग बहुत कुछ पढ़ते हैं, but then there are certain things that you know kind of tend to like more, right? So you will say that my focus area or the key subjects I like the most are these, and those subjects that you have to choose has to be relatable for the company. कि भाई देखो अगर मैं हीट ट्रीटमेंट बहुत अच्छा जानता हूँ, let's say if my understanding of the whole iron carbon diagram is very good, if I'm very good with the analysis of where the the hotspots are developed, I have done a lot of analysis on how the hotspot gets developed in different components, what are the design considerations you have to make. So you talk about those things. These are my subject, favorite subjects, and these are the analysis that I have done. These are some of the research that I have done, and then you try relating that with your final year का research also. कि देखो अभी जो मैं कर रहा हूँ in the final year subject, research and and viva, they are the topic that I've chosen, where I want to go deeper into the concepts so that when I join an organization, I'm able to take this learning with me and implement that in the shop floor. तो तीन तीन एस्पेक्ट हुआ. पहला इंट्रोडक्शन में सेल योरसेल्फ वेल कि हाँ मैं कौन हूँ, क्या हूँ, मैं क्यों करता हूँ, मैं इंजीनियरिंग का ये सब्जेक्ट क्यों पिक किया हूँ, व्हाट इज माय पैशन, ओके, एंड व्हाई आई पिक दिस वन. ओके, सेकंड थिंग इज वी विल से दैट मैं तुम्हारी कंपनी को कितना जानता हूँ, क्या जानता हूँ, राइट. Do the research, okay, to know about the company and what kind of work they do and what is that they are doing good, where they have scope for improvement. Okay, and the third thing is you will talk about some of the interesting subject areas which is relatable to the company that you are going for interview. Okay, और तीनों में तुम्हारा इंट्रोडक्शन में और कंपनी का ओवरसाइट और कंपनी का जो ओवरव्यू है और जो सब्जेक्ट चूज कर रहे हैं, ये तीनों में रिलेशन होना चाहिए. ठीक है, ये सब्जेक्ट में फर्स्ट जो पैशन आएगा इंट्रोडक्शन उसमें होगा वो हाई लेवल रहेगा कि भाई ये कॉन्सेप्ट पे मेरा इंटरेस्ट था इसलिए मैं ये सब्जेक्ट चूज किया, इसलिए यहाँ मैंने स्टार्ट किया. तुम्हारी कंपनी में जानता हूँ तुम ये करते हो, ये अच्छा करते हो, यहाँ पे तुम्हारे पास स्कोप है इंप्रूवमेंट का. और थर्ड है कि मेरा फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट क्या क्या है. तो ये तीन चीज का जो है ना 5-6 लाइन का यू कैन प्रॉब्ली क्रिएट सम नोट्स and create some data points. Matlab, let's say if you're talking about saying that I have lot of passion in, let's say, steel making, so then just don't stop there, add some more elements to it, because then you'll say I have a lot of passion in steel making, because we know that steel making comprises of these three things as the key aspects that you have to look at, and I have expertise on this. So that is when the person who is interviewing you will know that okay, you have gone deeper into the subject. Otherwise क्या होता है कि I know this subject very well and I'm master of it, that doesn't hold any meaning actually, unless you give some data points, pinpointed inputs. ठीक है? तो प्रिपेयर दैट कि भाई अगर मैं जो भी टॉपिक बोल रहा हूँ, हर एक टॉपिक के लिए 2-3 रिलेटेबल डेटा पॉइंट्स रहेगा, विच इज सब्जेक्ट सेंट्रिक एक्चुअली. ठीक है? ठीक है?
Yes, sir. Sir, could you talk about my facial expression and my eye contact as well?
So I would say what happens is when we talk, right? Mostly we say when we are thinking, we'll say, yeah, this is what. When I'm thinking, when we tend to not make eye contact, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's very natural. होता है हमारे हम सबके केस में होता है. I would say
Yes, sir.
when you are talking, make that eye contact with the person. थोड़ा practice करना पड़ेगा.
Actually, I am thinking about forming the sentences as well as some data points.
हाँ,
So
तो
I'm thinking about this.
correct. नहीं, थोड़ा थोड़ा diversion होगा. You will probably deviate a little bit when you're thinking and you look upwards. But still, when you're thinking, you will look, let's say, upward or sideways. But then when you're saying it, say it in the eyes. मतलब ऐसे मतलब नहीं था उंगली दिखा के बात करना है. मतलब उंगली
नहीं,
मतलब
ऐसे से नहीं.
हाँ. I mean, उंगली नहीं दिखाना, मतलब मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि you'll explain this as if you are making eye contact with the person and explain it to him or her. Okay? So that is why when you prepare those 5-6 lines about these 3 things, right? See, देखो क्या होगा. पहले इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए कोई भी बोलेगा, इंट्रोडक्शन होगा ही. If you make that introduction 5-6-7 line का impactful introduction, right? Don't go all the places. Don't think it on the fly. You always prepare structure. जैसे एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपेयर करते हैं ना कि भाई ये 3 डेटा पॉइंट है और उसके बाद उसको एलेबोरेट करेंगे. So three points or the structure in which you will introduce yourself, that you have to list down and then put few sentences around it. मिरर के सामने थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस कर लो. So when you have practiced it a couple of times, then you'll always remember those 3 key points, and then sentences change होगा. You don't have to memorize everything. You don't have to mug it up. But then at least keep the key constructs of your this thing, and then talk around those. That okay. The reason why I joined this is primarily because of 3 reasons. One is this, second is this, and third is this. And you can use that numbering technique. Okay, you can always say, I'll tell you, this is about me. I'm born in an atomic family. This is my background. And when it came to choosing a career, I looked at 3 things or 2 things. One was what is that I like more, and that will make a change to the surrounding I'm part of. And then second thing is this is another reason where I chose this as a technology, because I knew that if I go in this field, these are the XYZ things that I will learn, which will help me be more relevant to the passion that I want to pursue. तो वो जो नंबरिंग टेक्निक होता है ना, let me tell you 3 reasons. Number 1, when you say number 1, that gives you some time to think, right?
Yes, sir, obviously.
So number 1 is this, number 2 is this, number 3 is this. And let's say you said 3 reasons and then you're not able to get 3 reasons. You get stuck at 2. Okay, I said 3 reasons, but primarily these are 2 main reasons. Third one is not so significant. बोल के वहां पे कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? तो use that numbering technique. You prepare. So पहला चीज होगा introduction. वो पूछेंगे ही पूछेंगे. They would want to know how much you know about their company, what research you have done, how you can make yourself relevant to them, right? That is where your research of that company will make you relevant. Then prepare some data point कि भाई तुम ये करते हो और यहाँ पे मेरा role है. You have to force your role there by giving some data points. जरूरी नहीं कि तुम JSW में सिलेक्शन हो गया तुम जाओ ही. That is your call. But when that person is talking to you, he should feel that okay, Swaroop is the guy whom I should look for. Whether Swaroop will join or not join, that is Swaroop's decision. है ना? They will offer you. That doesn't compel you to join, right? तुमको ठीक कहीं और जाना तो बाद में देखोगे क्या करना है. But when you go for the interview, go prepared, go with the data points, don't give any subjective answer. हर एक तो कंपनी के बारे में जानना है, अपना इंट्रोडक्शन पक्का होना है, and then pick 3-4 subjects that is of your choice. And if that is related to the company, nothing like it. क्योंकि हर कोई वही सुनना चाहता है जो वो कर रहा होता है, right? अभी तुम मेरे से जाकर के क्वांटम फिजिक्स की बात करोगे, मैं तो क्या समझ में आएगा? कुछ नहीं आएगा, मैं जानता ही नहीं, मेरा कोई इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है. If you start talking about IT, probably I'll get interested, right? So you have to get in the person's head by picking something that is of interest for him or her. वो तुमको यहाँ इंटरव्यू करने क्यों आया है? थोड़े निफ्ट में आके खाना खाने आया है वो. He has come with a purpose,
Okay, sir.
and he or she has no bias for anybody. तुमको सिलेक्ट करेगा, किसी और को सिलेक्ट करेगा, there is no preference he has in mind, he or she. Right? So his intent is to extract maximum information from you, find out how relevant are you, how passionate you are, what is your attitude, how presentable you are. ये चार चीज हो गया तो काम खत्म. तो इंट्रोडक्शन का 5 लाइन मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूँ. इंट्रोडक्शन का 5-6 लाइन सोच लो, लिख लो, कैसे स्ट्रक्चर करना है कि 3 पोर्शन में ब्रेक कर लो कि पहला ये बोलूंगा, फिर ये बोलूंगा. देखो, you don't have to hide your personality. You are not an engineer by birth. None of us, right? You are born as a human being and you have your identity. You'll talk about it. Then you'll say how you graduated from child to become an engineer. What made you go this path? And how relatable is that? And then obviously when you joined, what you have done to enrich your knowledge base to make yourself more relevant to the career that you want to pursue. और वो सब्जेक्ट कोई भी इंटरव्यू में पूछेगा, ओके टेल मी व्हाट आर योर फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट्स. अगर नहीं पूछा तो तुम अपने फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट पे लेके जाओ उसको. कहीं पे मौका मिलते ही, इफ ही टॉक्स अबाउट समथिंग, you'll say okay, this let's say तुमसे कोई मान लो, I'm just trying to recollect, let's say somebody talks about seasoning, okay, कि seasoning क्या होता है और तुमको नहीं पता seasoning क्या होता है. You will say that yes, seasoning is certainly not one of the, और तुमको बहुत high level पे पता है, तो you'll say okay, I know seasoning is seasoning or quenching is a process to harden the steel, right? But based on what I've seen or what I've learned so far, I know that steel making companies are looking at seasoning as well as this aspect for getting a better quality of steel. And then you get that person guided towards your favorite subject. Either he will guide you to your favorite subject or you have to get him guided to your favorite subject. Giving a relatable example. कि भाई देखो, तुम ये बोल रहे हो, but is that really a problem area for steel making industry? Maybe something in JSW I'm not aware of, but based on my analysis, based on my understanding of things, I know if you look at top 5 steel making companies like X, Y, and Z, these are the 3 areas that they are focusing on. Okay? And that is why I have kind of tried to enrich my knowledge and understanding of these areas so that I can be more relevant to the industry I'm going for. However, if in JSW you have this as a this thing, obviously this is of interest for me. I will learn this and I will try relating all my knowledge to see how it can be made beneficial for JSW. तो मतलब मूल मंत्र ये है कि कोई भी बात बोलना है उसमें 2-3 एग्जाम्पल के साथ देना है कि भाई तुमको अगर हीट ट्रीटमेंट की बात करनी है तो हीट ट्रीटमेंट में ये तीन चीजें होती है जो विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? You want to look at the strength, you want to look at the durability, and you want to look at the corrosion resistance, let's say. I mean, I'm just making it up. So
Yes, sir.
give that pinpointed response and उसको थोड़ा मसाला उसमें ऐड करके कि when you talk about strength, you have to look at the composition, the other the micro elements that helps you do this. When you talk about the endurance, this is how you can do it. You have to look at the right design. You have to look at the stress, which part of the component gets more stress. How do you kind of strengthen it and make the right design? So उसको relate करके मतलब पूरा concept level पे आना. You have to tell a story. You have to always tell a story, okay, with some guiding data points, so that उसको लगेगा कि अच्छा ये बंदा तो मेरे को मतलब मिल गया तो मेरा काम बन जाएगा, right? है ना? So prepare some
Yes, sir.
points for these 4 things, and don't the don'ts of the interview is there are some don'ts, okay, some do's and don'ts, okay. Do's में पहले तो greeting, smile on the face, you have to be well dressed, ठीक है, शेव वेव करके जाना, मेरे से मत जाना, ठीक है। और your personality has to be very welcoming when you enter a room, right? You always have to go with a very pleasant smile, and you have to look confident. तुम ये सोच के जाना कि इंटरव्यू में सिलेक्शन नहीं हुआ तो क्या उखड़ जाएगा, व्हाट विल गो रॉन्ग, नथिंग। खाना खाना बनता है घर में, खाना मिलेगा, ये कंपनी नहीं कोई और कंपनी, राइट? तो डोंट गो विद द फियर ऑफ फेलियर, ऑलवेज गो कि देखते हैं आज इंटरव्यू में क्या होता है। I will do what I am good at, and let's see if I'm a good fit for what they're looking for. So interview is not a process for eliminating anybody or making anybody feel bad. Interview is a process to, it's like a matchmaking process. जो शादी होता है ना, शादी कराता है जो शादी.com और जो भी होता है, एक लड़का होता है एक लड़की होती है, दोनों का देखते हैं कि कितने गुण मिलते हैं, राइट? Same way, interview is also like a matchmaking process. They will evaluate you, or they will dig information from you to know how much you know and how relevant is your knowledge for their company. That's what they try to do. So that is where the preparation that you will do is to do that match. जो पंडित जी का काम होता है ना कि अच्छा इसका ये गुण मिलता है, इसका ये गुण मिलता है, हाँ 4 गुण मिल गया भाई, हो गया, शादी करा दो। तो वैसे ही तुमको वो 4-5 गुण मिलाना, you have to become that पंडित जी between you and the company and the recruiter actually. Okay? और कुछ चीजों का नहीं आता रहेगा, just be upfront, say okay, I have heard about it, this is the concept I know, I don't know, but I can learn this, not a problem. So always give that positive. So look positive, look confident, be well dressed, greet, smile, and be what you call communicative. क्या होता है, हम लोग कभी चुप जाते हैं, अब नहीं यार छोड़ो हटाओ, सामने जब तक नहीं पूछेगा तब तक क्या बोलेंगे। कभी कभी ऐसा होता है इंटरव्यूअर रुक जाएगा, हो सकता है कि 1 मिनट की रुक जाए, कुछ नहीं बोले, so it's okay, you can poke him or her saying, are you thinking about something, shall I help you with anything that you want to know about me? उसको थोड़ा पोक करना है, you have to engage, ठीक है। Now comes the don'ts. तो पहला डोंट में तो ये है कि जो डूज है उसका उल्टा मत करना, पसीना बिल्कुल नहीं आना चाहिए, शिवर नहीं करना चाहिए, नेल बाइट नहीं करना है, ठीक है। एकदम छाती फुला के बैठना है इंटरव्यू में कि हाँ भाई तुमको मिल गया बेस्ट कैंडिडेट, ऐसा, ठीक है। यू हैव टू गो विद दैट थिंग कि बेस्ट कैंडिडेट तुम्हारे सामने बैठा है, पूछो क्या पूछना है। ओके,
Yes, sir. I mean, look confident as well as energetic.
करेक्ट। कभी भी ये ऐसे इंटरव्यू में बैठ के ऐसे ये नहीं, मतलब नहीं हड्डी नहीं फोड़ना उधर, ठीक है। दीज थिंग्स गिव अ साइन कि यू आर नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट। तो सिट स्ट्रेट फॉर्म, आई कांटेक्ट जितना ज्यादा कर सकते हो उतना अच्छा, ठीक है। टेक योर टाइम, यूज पॉज व्हाइल स्पीकिंग, डोंट रश। If he says, okay, introduce yourself. Okay, let me think, how do I go about it? First, let me talk about my personal aspects. This is me, this is where I'm from, this is my family background, and this is how I joined NIFT or NIMT. Coming to why I chose this field, the other reasons. What I want to do in future, take my knowledge, learn more things, implement that, learn from mistakes, fine-tune it, do a better job. ठीक है। तो you always give a structure, look confident, कोई भी सवाल का जवाब गलत नहीं होता है if you do that ना structured way। कितनी बार तो ऐसा होता है लोग इंटरव्यू में गलत जवाब देके भी पास कर जाते हैं, सामने वाला जो है ना कॉन्फिडेंस में ही फंस जाता है, अरे इसको ये सब जानता होगा। See, you are anyway the topper of the batch, so you are, say that out also, saying that my passion, my knowledge, my motivation for learning this has made me among top 3 in the batch, राइट? खुद को
Okay.
बेचना है, बिल्कुल बेचना है, मौका देख के, मतलब ऐसा ऐसा इट शुड नॉट लुक ओवरवेलमिंग और इम्पोज्ड, बट यू हैव टू डू दैट इन अ वेरी नाइस इंटेलिजेंट वे कि सामने लोग लगे, पता नहीं चले कि भाई कहाँ पे मेरे को फंसा गया है बंदा। ठीक है, I can tell you that there are people with even 10 years of experience who flunk big time in the interviews just because they have that fear of failure. So that one of the most important don't is don't be afraid of failure. This is the first company that is coming for campus. There'll be 100 other companies that will come. कैंपस नहीं आया तो उसने उनके कैंपस में जाके नौकरी लेके आएंगे। ठीक है, तो उसके लिए टेंशन नहीं ना, कहाँ कौन भागा जा रहा है, आराम से जाओ, एकदम बिंदास होके जाने का, थोड़ा स्ट्रक्चर प्रिपरेशन करने का, लुक कॉन्फिडेंट, डू योर बेस्ट जॉब, दैट्स इट। एक बार इसको ट्राई करके देखो, इसको टेक दिस अप्रोच and do this, do bit of preparation. I know you know a lot of things, you have to just kind of accumulate that and structure it and practice a little bit and देखो क्या होता है। पहला इंटरव्यू हो सकता है कि you will just crack it, हो सकता है you will not। अगर नहीं हुआ तो उसमें देखना कि कहाँ कहाँ पे क्या गलती हुआ था, उसका नोट बनाने का, उसको भी फाइन ट्यून करने का, शेयर विथ मी, वी विल वर्क ऑन इट। इंटरव्यू मतलब मेरे को इंटरव्यू लेते लेते हो गया 15 साल लगभग, इंटरव्यू लेते हुए, देने का काम तो पहले करता था। तो my biggest worry, crops up when I see the person in front of me starts fumbling. वो चार पांच पूछ रहा है, ए जवाब दे रहा है बी और सी, तो वहां पे गड़बड़ हो जाता है। लिसन टू द क्वेश्चन केयरफुली, टेक योर टाइम, देन आंसर इट, नो रश। रैपिड फायर कुछ नहीं है यहाँ पे, है ना?
Yes, sir. I mean, I fumble a bit. I know, sir.
नहीं फंबल नहीं, देखो फंबल, अरे वो सब हम लोग का क्या होता है ना, हम लोग फंबल इसलिए करते हैं बिकॉज हम सोचने लगते हैं। सी अगर मेरा मेरा प्रॉब्लम बताता हूँ, मेरा टंग जो है ना, my tongue is connected to my lower jaw. I cannot take my tongue out. Okay. So when I have to pronounce a complicated word, there's a possibility that my tongue will get tangled. So what I do is, I mean, again, that was during the early days. जब इंटरव्यू देता था, अभी तो इंटरव्यू देता नहीं हूँ, तो मेरे पास आई हैव लिटिल बिट मोर फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी। तो उस समय पे क्या करता था, समटाइम्स नो, if I'm getting stuck somewhere, I'll just say that no, there's a physical disability that I have. Just bear with me. If while pronouncing some word, if I get stuck, you have to give me a few seconds to catch up on that. And that's fine. See, naturally हम लोग में से कुछ लोग होते हैं जो स्टैमर भी करते हैं, हम लोग में से कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनका की आवाज थोड़ा धीरे आता है, किसी का थोड़ा जोर से आता है। There's something that we can practice to fix. There's something that is beyond fix, right? तो उसको उसको बोल देंगे भाई इसका टेंशन मत लेना, मैं आदमी ठीक ही हूँ, कभी कभी अटकूंगा, तो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट। एंड दैट इज योर कॉन्फिडेंस कि भाई मेरा नॉलेज इज नॉट अ फंक्शन ऑफ माय फिजिकल डिसेबिलिटी और माय फिजिकल लिमिटेशन, आई वुड से। ठीक है, आई डोंट थिंक, आई हैव नॉट हर्ड यू फंबलिंग। ओके, मुझे नहीं लगता तुम फंबल करते हो। मे बी व्हेन यू आर थिंकिंग एंड ट्रांसलेटिंग एंड देन स्पीकिंग, उसमें थोड़ा टाइम जाता है। That is where you might be taking time. That's what I'm saying. Do a bit of preparation, note it down, practice it once or twice, and see how you're doing.
Okay.
है ना? 99% चांस होगा कि तुम पहले इंटरव्यू में क्लियर कर लोगे इफ यू प्रिपेयर वेल। नहीं हुआ तो सीख लेंगे उसमें से भाई कहाँ पे क्या गलती हुआ, देख लेंगे। मेरा ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड ऐसे भी चौथे वाला है, मतलब मोस्टली आई फेल इन 3 अटेम्प्ट्स, आई क्लियर इन द 4th अटेम्प्ट। नेफ्ट का कैंपस में आई गॉट इन द फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट समहाउ, आई डोंट नो व्हाई। तो वही बोल रहा हूँ कि उतना टेंशन की जरूरत नहीं है। इट्स जस्ट अबाउट जस्ट अबाउट गोइंग विथ अ विनर्स माइंडसेट। तुम जीतने के लिए जाओ, बिना जीत का डर, बिना हार का डर का सोच के। अब डोंट बी साउथ अफ्रीका। ओके, साउथ अफ्रीका इतना बढ़िया प्रिपरेशन करता है और जाकर के नीदरलैंड से हार जाता है बिकॉज दे हैव फियर ऑफ फेलियर। ओके, उनका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड ऐसा है, हर एक वर्ल्ड कप में जाके हार जाते हैं, तो उनको जो डर है ना, पता नहीं क्या होगा इस बार, दैट इज वेयर दे गो रॉन्ग। टेक दैट फियर आउट, लुक एट अफगानिस्तान एंड नीदरलैंड्स, उनको पता है जो होगा देखा जाएगा, एक दो बड़ा टीम को धो ही डालता है वो लोग, राइट?
हाँ हाँ सर, इंग्लैंड को हरा दिया था अफगानिस्तान इसमें।
वही बोल रहा हूँ, एंड दे डू इट एवरी टाइम। इंग्लैंड, बांग्लादेश, सॉरी बांग्लादेश, अफगानिस्तान, श्रीलंका एंड नीदरलैंड्स, वॉच आउट फॉर दीज 4 टीम्स, दे कैन डू एनीथिंग पॉसिबल। एक दो बड़ा टीम को भी
कल
हरा
तो
दिया।
इंडिया वर्सेस बांग्लादेश का मैच है कल।
इट कैन गो इधर एनीवेज। आई मीन अभी तो इंडिया का परफॉर्मेंस काफी अच्छा है, बट यू नेवर नो, दिस इज द सेम टीम which kicked us out from Asia Cup once. तो ठीक है, चलो अभी उतना टेंशन नहीं लेते हैं। What I would say is, हॉस्टल में ऐसे ही होता है।
सर
कोई नहीं, तो ठीक है।
सर little bit of disturbance coming from my side.
That's okay, that's fine. This is my hostel as well. So
Yes sir, obviously.
तो वही बोल रहा हूँ कि अभी के लिए ज्यादा सोचना नहीं है, बस प्रिपेयर करना है क्या क्या चीज पूछने वाले हैं हम लोग जो आज डिस्कस किया है। अगर इफ यू फाइंड इट वर्थ इट, जस्ट गो थ्रू दिस वीडियो वंस, सी कि मैं क्या क्या पॉइंट बोला हूँ, कुछ चीजें मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, उसको जस्ट स्किम थ्रू दैट, थोड़ा स्ट्रक्चर प्रिपरेशन करके देखो। ये देखना है कि देखते हैं क्या होता है, ठीक है। जस्ट मेक योर बेस्ट अटेम्प्ट, विल सी।